Hi, I'm Chris.
Hi, I'm David.
And this is the Williams Legacy
Love on Top. We are so excited. Welcome to our very first show of the Williams Legacy, Love on Top. We are so excited. I want to take the beginning of this show to say thank you to all of the people who have subscribed, who have liked, who have shared, who have shown that they believe in the vision.
Right, and I totally agree. Everybody that actually shared a couple of videos or liked them, I totally thank y'all and stuff. We couldn't do it without y'all.
No, we really couldn't. I want to start this video off by telling you why we decided to do this show.
Definitely.
For the time that Chris and I have been together and married,
yes,
we have gotten so many questions about how we make it work, as if we are Dr. Phil, the Dr. Phil of LGBT relationships, which I want to put it out there that we are not. We just know how we make it work.
Definitely.
But people have consistently asked us over and over again, so we decided that this could be a good platform to help our community and talk about issues that matter to the community and that matter to us.
Right, and I totally agree, because we sat on LGBT panels about questions, different groups asking us about relationships. So this is the perfect time. If you want to know some stuff about a relationship, you should tune in.
So the first topic of the day, or of this week for our first show, is
honesty and relationships.
Honesty in relationships, which I will start by saying is the key.
Definitely. It's totally is.
Now, people make that kind of cliche all the time. Oh, honesty is the key. Honesty is the key. No. Honesty is the key.
Definitely is the key. Totally.
If you don't watch any of the rest of our videos, watch the rest of our videos.
Yeah.
But if you didn't watch any more of our shows, watch this one, because we're starting off with the most important topic of all, I think.
Yes, totally. And then, I also think certain the people that actually participated into the Facebook poll, the questions, we had over 14 people that actually answered the questions. So I think y'all got to thank
you so much. What I thought was really cool was that it was some people that we didn't even know.
Yeah, I know.
Strangers. People that we didn't even know participated in the poll. So thank you. And thank you to all our friends and family and supporters for participating in the poll, because we needed that poll to do the show.
Yeah. Especially.
So let's kind of jump right in, I guess.
Ooh, jump in.
Say no double touch,
yeah. Well, I'm just saying I got a double touch because it's like...
You don't even know how to double touch.
I don't double touch for you. I just have to go into the rain. It's a challenge.
I thought we were talking about honesty in relationships. Good well,
you can't double dutch. Because sometimes you got to double dutch to hit the points and stuff. So,
Anyway.
So let me get to the first question that we have. So the first one says, you have been flirting with a cute girl or guy from work. He or she called your house one evening to invite you for lunch. The next day, her husband or her wife asked who was calling. You said, my mother, child's thought. A co-worker, all right. A man or female co-worker, Or a man or female co-worker asks me for lunch. Now, we all know this is a serious question. You need to tell the truth. Stop lying.
Chris, start judging people.
I'm just saying. But, we have certain people that answered certain questions with that, We had, for the first one, my mother, there was 0%.
Well, that's a good thing. Because that's a total blatant lie.
Yeah, because you said my mother. Now, okay, your mother gonna live with you. Now, I ain't gonna front. You got some people that live with their mother, and that's not.
And that's
cool.
And your mom is not going out on the date. Your mom ain't call you to go out. Like, come on, that's a blatant lie.
That's a total lie.
But 50%, which was the overwhelming number, 50% of people said that they would say a coworker. What do you think about that?
Well, no, dear, that's wrong.
A coworker may sound right because you have some people that is a coworker could be anybody, like a man or female. It could be like your friend or something like that. But that's not the honest truth.
I feel like it's kind of half truth because, and I feel like there's a little bit of leeway in there, and that maybe it's a little bit sneaky. You know why I say that?
That's wrong.
Because I feel like if you're not willing to tell the whole entire truth, then maybe you feel like there's something that you're going to do that you shouldn't do. And the question says, or the question starts off with the fact that you have been flirting, number one, with the cute
girl,
guy or girl, which means that you've been flirting and you also find that person attractive. So to say a coworker, in my opinion, I just feel like that is
not the
100% honest truth.
Yeah.
I just feel like there is so many people that feel like they have to tell half truths, and I'm staying on the question, but I just want to veer off of it for a little second to talk about how me and Chris do or focus on honesty in our relationships. From the very, very beginning, when Chris and I met, there was no dishonesty.
No.
There was no airs that was put on. We were totally 100% ourselves.
Yeah, totally.
And I feel like that's one of the nuggets. That's a little bit of something we're giving you that helps make us work.
Yeah.
Because there were no pretenses. And sometimes in relationships, there are a lot of pretenses. Things that people put up, walls that people put up to show that here I am and here I am this type of person. And then one day you wake up next to somebody that you don't know.
Lord,
because eventually
the wig's gonna come off, the mustache gonna grow in.
You know what I'm saying? Everything changes eventually. They look different, and eventually their personalities or who they really are will come out.
Definitely.
The last one was 36% said a male or female coworker asking me to lunch. Now, for us, we have agreed that is the totally honest answer.
Totally.
Now, I just have to give the people a little bit of a round of applause because even though it wasn't the highest number, it was the second highest number of people that would be totally honest.
And that right there shows a lot,
It shows maturity.
It does. So I think the people that actually answered that question, the people that 35% of people that did it, you honestly correct, you right. Supposed to tell the truth.
Yeah, you should tell the truth. As you get older, you gotta take responsibility for it.
Just have to. Because if you don't, then you're gonna be honest, not just only for your partner, but anybody else, your friends and everything.
Yeah. It spills over.
Everything spills over. So you need to just take responsibility and say, listen, I flirt with this guy. He asked me to lunch, and if you honest about it, then your partner will be like, okay, just go ahead.
Well, I don't know about going ahead now. Yeah, you're doing a little bit too much here, because I don't know too many people that would say, well, go ahead with the person that you've been flirting with.
Well, nobody won't say that. Hell to the no. Nobody's not going to say, like, go ahead.
No.
You will have certain people.
Yeah, we can't say that no one would say, because there are so many different types of
relationships that will say some stuff like that. Just, okay, go ahead, I guess. Child, I'm going to see you home anyway. So.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's important for us to be 100% honest. And the honest answer, again, for that one would be a male or female coworker asking me to lunch. That way you covered all the bases.
Basically.
Right? So the second question that was part of the poll was this. If your partner knew everything that you had done physically with other people before your marriage, they would be A, shocked because I haven't given them a lot of the embarrassing details. Surprised because they knew I dated others, but not everything that we did together. A little surprised because they knew I had previous relationships and I told them most of the details. Or totally unsurprised because I told them everything.
Totally.
Now, okay, I guess certain people will take this in different ways.
Totally.
Do you think it's necessary to tell your partner everything you physically done or sexually done with people before you got married?
Well, totally. Well, you supposed to. I see you're not going to win on the first date. And I say, well, I had such a good. No, you shouldn't. But I feel like when you start to get into a relationship and stuff, especially a committed relationship, I feel like your partner should know everything, because then you don't want he or she or Shaniqua or Letitia coming up to him.
What is it? Listen,
you don't want your you don't want one.
Why do
you just want them to know?
Excuse me. Why does people gotta be named Letitia and Shaniqua? That is just like,
that's the birthday cake.
That is a shame. My husband is gay.
I'm not ghetto. I'm just funny. You just don't want nobody to come up to the person saying that you know what you did. It's good to tell them everything. It's just good. You know?
I remember one time, my pastor, and this doesn't have to do with relationship per se, but I think it kind of coincides.
Yeah.
My pastor, shout out to Pastor Vanessa Brown.
Hey girl.
Rivers, Living Water, New York and New Jersey. Love you. Bye. One time she had said something along the lines of, people in her church, specifically leaders, being honest with her about their past. Right. Because that way when someone comes up to her and says, well, this person did this or that person has been here or done this, it would be no surprise because she would have heard it from the horse's mouth.
Right.
I feel like the same thing applies to this type of thing.
Yeah. Because,
for instance, I'll use myself as an example. Before I was with Chris, I was very, very sexually active. I've been with a lot of people. And that's not bragging, that's just the truth. But Chris knows everything about my past and my sexual history. So if we was down in the village kikiing, girl, and somebody came forward, I don't kiki like that. But if we was down in the village keep keying, girl. And somebody came up and tried to, throw shade or something and try to say,
you know your man, I saw him left for dead. Girl, please, I already know.
Exactly, because there's no kind of surprise.
No
so, what we got was there was a tie between two of the answers. 36% said that their partners would be a little surprised because they knew most of the details, but not all.
No.
And then 36% also said that they would be totally unsurprised because I told them all.
I think that's the goodest way to do it. Tell it everything. I just feel that way. Like, you just don't want, especially starting a new relationship, going into the building up a relationship and then going straight into marriage. I feel like that person should know everything about you.
Everything.
Just everything.
Especially going into marriage.
Especially
like if you get married to somebody and they don't know what you do, like they don't. Wait, this show ain't about sex. We're not getting. We're not talking about that all day. But if you are going into marriage and that person does not know the sexual history or what it is you like to do,
right.
Then there's a very big portion of your relationship, in our opinion, that is not in place, that's awry.
Yeah, and that's the issue. So, but you can fix that even if you don't tell them everything, but just try to build up to, tell them one thing, then, tell them another thing, get to that build. That way you mostly tell them everything. If you because how you don't have people just totally blatant, I did this, I did that. But what you could do is tell them one thing about your bad and tell them another thing. You could work it up to the top until you tell them everything.
Yeah, and then on top of that, whoever that you plan to be with for an extended period of time, I don't think that they should be judgmental.
Right.
So if this person cannot accept what your past is, then maybe they're not the person for you.
No.
Maybe you shouldn't be with that person, because the person that you are trying to build a life with, a long-term committed relationship with, should not be judgmental of your past, because everybody has one. And I'm sure that person ain't a virgin, and some people could say some things about them too.
Right.
But the answer that we all collectively came together with is that the honest answer would be totally unsurprised. I told them all. It just works better.
Tell them
everything. People are so afraid of being judged these days, and we live in a very judgmental world. But that shouldn't occur in your relationship.
Right.
It should be the one place that's safe.
Right.
Yeah.
I just feel like you should just tell everything.
Yeah.
Just get it out. Yeah.
So we could move on. What's the next question?
What's next?
What's the next question?
We got some juicy stuff.
Yes, we do. Ooh, this one, girl.
You was here. You was here.
Maybe they wasn't there.
They probably wasn't there, but they was there. So I'm gonna do this one. If you had a one-night stand with a coworker while your partner was away, now that's trifling, and your partner would not found out, what will you do? What would you do? What would you do? What would you do?
You do it.
You do it. What would you do? So the first one is keep it to myself forever. Feel guilty, but keep it quiet for the good of our relationship. Now, drop hints that might let them figure things out.
Girl, you need glasses.
I do need some glasses. Tell it all. So, those are the four answers. Those are the four questions basically that's on there. So what would you do? One night stand with a coworker. Person would never know or anything. Would never want to tell them stuff. What would you do? What would be your motive? This is where it comes in of being honest at this moment. This is where everything comes in at.
Now, this one I feel like is this one is deep, and I just got to be honest to say that while we was discussing and going over these questions, I was kicking myself in the butt for even asking this. Like I was like, child, I don't even know how I feel about it.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I okay. So here's what we'll do. 50% of the people said that they would tell it all. Let's put our hands together for 50%. That's a big number.
That is a big number. That's the majority of the people.
Yes, that's the majority of the people said that they would tell it all. Then you have 36% of the people that said they would feel guilty, but they would keep it quiet for the good of the relationship. Now, let me tell you why I'm on the fence about this. And not in my relationship, because we have the type of relationship where I can tell Chris anything, even the things that I do wrong, and we can find a way to work it out.
Even the things I do, I tell baby everything. So it's no hiding. Nobody can say nothing. So,
but I feel like, if I could just be the devil's advocate for a moment, I understand how people feel. They went and they had a one night stand with this coworker. That's first of all. If they was flirting with the coworker,
no dear, that's
and
wrong.
they told their partner from the very beginning that they was going out with the coworker, or they was flirting with the coworker, and the coworker invited them to lunch. If they were honest about that, then they would never got to the one night stand part.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just wonder, I didn't really look at the statistics, but I wonder how many people said that they wouldn't be honest about who they were going out with, but would be honest about them having a nice stand.
I think
you're lying, girl.
With that question is that we had certain people with a coworker and certain people that told it. I think it was like 35% of the people that said that they said that they was going to lunch with the male or female. But I feel like in this answer and stuff like that, if you could say, if you would have told your partner that you was flirting, then you wouldn't have got to this part, seriously.
But like I said, let me play devil's advocate. A person will feel they made a mistake.
Okay.
And they feel guilty about it. But they may feel that if they now tell their partners that they cheated, that their partners will leave them. Now, if this is a one-time thing and people do make mistakes, they may feel like I should just keep it to myself, because the question clearly said that your partner would never find out. So this is really a question of honesty, because it's not like, oh, well, later he's going to find out, so I should tell him now. Right. There's no way he's going to find out.
Right.
But it's weighing upon you.
Right. And, with this one, it's a little tricky, because I understand that you're trying to save your relationship. You may not tell him, but the person that you probably had sex with, or, is probably feeling a certain emotional about you, basically. And he may tell your husband or your wife that you done did that with her, or she basically in the bedroom. You really gotta just say, tell it all. Yeah, I have to say, sorry.
Tell it all. The right answer is to tell it all, and I have to tell it all, baby. I haven't been 100% honest with you.
What's wrong?
I'm a woman.
No, I'm not saying.
You know good well I'm not a woman.
This is what I'm talking about. Tell it all.
Tell it all.
Don't be hiding no secrets. It's terrible.
But yeah, the answer is to tell it all.
Yeah.
Even if you feel like you keep it quiet for the good of your relationship, things will fester, things will build up. Eventually, even if they don't find out about it, it'll affect you to the point that you start being different with that person. So we're gonna move right along.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump down to another question. Your partner asks if your sex life is satisfying. You say it's wonderful and it's true.
Yes, girl. Yes.
It could use a little bit of work. It's wonderful and it's untrue. Or we need to make a lot of improvements.
Oof.
Wow. So this is a really, really touchy question. Just because people don't like to be honest about when it comes to sex.
No,
people
really don't like to be honest when it comes to sex, and I feel like that's the issue. I just feel like if you just tell your partner, so like, daddy, just what's your names for your partners, you got nasty names and stuff like that. So you be like, listen, daddy, we gotta work on something. I like your sex and all that stuff, but we gotta work on it. I just feel like when you tell your partner about just keeping it real, that's what honest means too. Keeping it real. Just keep it real.
Well, let's see how many people have kept it real.
Let's see.
57% said that it could use a little work, and that they would say it could use a little work.
Wow, that's the.
So it seems like the majority of people would be honest about their sex life. Now, there were 29% that said it's wonderful and it's true. That means that they're very satisfied with their sex life, which kudos for them. And 7% says it's wonderful and it's untrue.
Ooh.
So that means it's a very small percentage, but 7% pretty much says that they would lie to their partners, I guess, to make them feel good. I kind of understand where they're coming from, just because sex in our society could be a very, very touchy thing, especially when it comes to men, because men seem to be defined by their sexual abilities. It's like if you cannot perform in the way that is shown in the media or in pornography,
right,
which is a unfair depiction of sex,
right,
then you're looked down upon, or people think, or your partner may think that you're not doing it good, or a partner may feel like if they tell you that your sex life is not satisfying, that it'll kill your ego.
Yeah, and that's not the truth. I just feel like you just have to mostly keep it real about your sex, because this is why if you don't keep it real and you wonder why, he's not getting better. He's not getting better. Yep. So if you want him to get better, you need to tell him the truth that you're not satisfied.
Yeah. Same thing with the ladies. If your wife is not doing it the way she should,
right, you should say something.
Then you should say something. You either tell them that it can use a little work, or we need to make a lot of improvements.
Right.
Because even though sex isn't the whole part of the relationship, it is a very important part to be able to be intimate with your partner and to be satisfied.
Right.
And you have to be honest, about it. So there's no right answer here, but there's a couple of right answers. Whatever is the truth is what you should say.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah. And if there's some issues, then you guys can work on it together. You know, there's
Right.
all types of sex therapists and things like that really could help people get their sex life in order.
Yeah, and also sometimes it's best to tell the truth about the sex because that also could lead to cheating and stuff like that. And some people are like, oh, why it could lead to cheating? Because you wasn't honest, and now you feel in some type of way. Now, where you gonna get your sex from? Somewhere else. So if you just told the person just from the beginning that your sex is whack or your sex is not good,
you gotta be a little bit careful. You have to have some kind of decorum about how you handle it. This is our last question of the day.
Yes.
You want to do it, Chris?
Let me see. What's the question? Your partner catch you having lunch with an old flame and who you still have a lot of interest in. You tell them, A, this is my cousin. B, this is a co-worker and a business partner. C, this is an old friend. And the last one, this is an old boyfriend or girlfriend.
50% said that they would say it's an old friend.
Why are you lying? Why are you gonna hold that lie?
Now, it is a lie. But
it is kind of still like an old friend.
Because, you know, your old flame would be a friend, I guess you could say. But again, it's the part of you still have a lot of interest in that person. Mm-hmm. So the fact that you're saying it's an old friend is there's a reason you plan on doing something you shouldn't, I think.
I just feel like you just being what you trying to get back with your old friend?
I don't know.
That sounds
43% said that it was an old boyfriend or girlfriend. Now that's honest.
That's very honest, and I agree with them. Thank the Lord.
That's honest. I'll say for us, there are a couple of people that are old partners of mine that are still part of our lives. Mm-hmm. And I have no need to lie about it. No. I ain't got no interest in them, child. No. They are still part of my lives. I still consider them to be friends, and they have even grown to be friends with my husband.
Right. And I love them dearly. So,
it's no reason to lie.
No.
It's an old boyfriend or girlfriend. Now, you have to go inside yourself and ask yourself, why do you still have a lot of interest for that person? Is there something missing in your relationship that would say that you still have a lot of interest in that person? Unless you are polyamorous, mm-hmm. which therefore means that you can be with more than one person at a time, and your partner agrees that.
On,
because there are relationships that work that way.
Yeah, and they mostly, you have some of them. Well, you have most of them. It's very successful, basically, because that works for them.
That works for them.
And
but if that's not the case for your relationship,
right?
If it is the case for your relationship, then you saying this an old boyfriend or girlfriend shouldn't be no problem.
Right.
If you say you polyamorous and you still lying, one of y'all is not polyamorous.
No, one of y'all is just
a cheater,
and then the other one is a cheater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop.
You stop. You do. But yeah, so the whole thing, we just want to tell you, be honest, be upfront, be who you are. Don't put on airs. Don't lie. Take responsibility for the things you do wrong.
And your actions.
Because that's what it is. That's what it means to be an adult.
And that's, me and David have been together. I know we told you over and over that we've been together for 6 years and stuff. And honesty is one of the key in our relationship. And this is why it's still here and why we still here together. Because we honest with each other and we make it last.
We make it last.
And we be honest and stuff. You on your husband or your girlfriend, y'all can make it last. Or your wife. You know, just be honest. Just be number one.
Yes, about everything. About everything. And I know that it takes time for some people because they haven't had to do that before. But I would suggest that you take the first step today.
Yeah.
While you're watching the Williams Legacy Love on Top.
Right.
To remember that Dave and Chris said, be honest.
Totally.
Yes. So we love you guys for watching. I hope it wasn't too deep today.
I know, because we you know, when it comes to honesty and relationships and stuff, we could be a little bit deep because I feel like, you know, honesty is really the key of staying together. You know, if you don't have honest, you don't have a relationship, you don't have marriage. You might as well just separate. Basically, if you're going to just be lying and cheating, might as well just separate and just be on your own.
And but the thing about it is that if you don't get it together with this person, whoever the next person is, you're gonna bring that same baggage right along.
Yeah, and that's not good as well.
That's not good either.
You don't need nobody bringing baggage. You don't want to bring baggage to the next relationship because when you go into the next relationship, it's going to be worse than the first relationship.
Worse is not a word, man.
Well, worse than the first relationship. You know, I'm tired of you telling me what to say. Okay, I know what I'm gonna say. I know. Okay, I know. And you do.
Anyway, we promise he won't use worse in the next episode.
Worse.
Mm-hmm. This is the Williams Legacy Love on Top. We thank you for watching. Until next time, we will be back and we're going to talk about something that ain't so deep.
No.
We're going to talk about sex.
Oh, we still on
camera. We still on camera.
Oh, well.
We love you for watching. Bye. Tune in next week to the Williams Legacy Love on Top. Bye.